Okay, is that looking okay? All right, let me move it down a little bit. Okay, yes, and I'm live. Let me get my microphone working here. Angled the right way. It's gonna be boring here as I do this. Hopefully that won't fall. I hate how that's tilting. Here, hold on. It just tilts a little bit. Okay, well, I'll have to just live with that then. Does that give like, that doesn't give like any kind of other indication, huh? Okay, oh, there it is. I'm not used to the new controls. It's been so long. Okay, yeah, live in 45 seconds. Live at 45 seconds going on and on here. I have a new song release. It's on digital streaming channels today. And I almost want to stop this thing and do the whole thing over again. But I'll keep going. So it's Wodin's Love Farm. It's on all digital streaming platforms today. Check Spotify, iTunes, and stuff, and anywhere. And I have one. I'm gonna have one going on YouTube today, too. Why do they have these pop-up things? Let me just close this. Capture moments as they happen. They're showing me how the new thing works. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I have a video going up. Premiere night tonight. It'll be showing as a premiere, and it's the song. So I'm all excited about that. It's fun. See, microphone falls down. Seriously, that's not good. Seriously, hopefully that still works. So hopefully you can just look past the blunders. The song is about like frames of reference. People don't really see. They don't see options outside of their frame of reference. So like, you know, in particular, it has to do with one's love life. They don't see options for other people outside their frame of reference. It doesn't help with all the queer biasing going on and the pride farms. This is what the title talks about: the pride farms and stuff, and the way that queer biases are being taught and propagated to make people think that everyone's homosexual for some reason. And that's actually a distinctively small, statistically speaking, like percentage of the entire population. So to make that normal in everyone's frame of reference is like a scheme of Satan, basically. So we have this, this character or this mythical backstory from a musical that I penned with someone else, not to be named. He's on my no good list right now. A co-author. But Wodin is the sea monster. In the backstory of the musical, and another backstory is the Vatrone family. It was supposed to be like a 1920s mafia like family, and they would tell the story of woe of this guy Jimmy Buscali. He sleep with the fishes. He read it on a Jimmy like the Watson brothers, crap like that. The Vatrone family just won't accept and stuff. And so they think, Jimmy Buscali, he sleep with the fishes, including Wodin, who's the sea monster. And the Vatrones would tell you, if the guy's a fairy, he sleep with the fishes. That sounds a little biased and crass, but he sleep with Wodin, basically. Wodin, it's also, the name is also from the god Odin, derived from Odin. So what is it, Norse gods or Greek, Roman crap and stuff. So it's a slight alteration on Odin. But then, later in the musical, or at the plot's like climax or the moment of like truth, there's the guy that turns the crank, Francis, and his daughter Penelope, who's the spaced out girl. He wants to marry his daughter away. So he's saying, I want to marry my daughter away. And I know this sounds all very tangential and stuff, but so in the lyrics of the song, I want to marry my daughter away, he happens to say, I know that he'll protect her from Wodin's gray belly. In other words, that the future husband, Scott, will protect her from Wodin's gray belly, meaning that the traditional marriage and family like unit is to shield you from that kind of element. It shields you from the sea monster, shields you from evil, shields you from like harm's way. And that's like that would be a very traditional view. So when I say Wodin's love farm, I'm saying like the sea monster Wodin, who's Leviathan, or like, yeah, Leviathan suffices. He repeats the utterances of Satan. To teach those kind of views to kids these days, like queer biases and transgender stuff, it is teaching like from Leviathan, and you're teaching something that doesn't lend well to traditional marriage and family outlook, that one that protects the wife from Wodin's gray belly. So, but if you have Wodin's love farm, you're appeasing Wodin, so you're keeping it subdued, you're keeping everything like on an even keel as well. So that would be an interesting like point. But all you're doing is you're appeasing Satan, who can't really be appeased. So I'm sure they're gonna eventually look this video and take it down. I had stuff taken down from my political channel where all I was talking about was vaccines. They got so upset with me for what I said about vaccines and stuff. But at any rate, so it's a reference from a musical, but Wodin is a sea monster then. Okay, so where was I in this? My mind got off on a tangent itself. Ever hear of that? Okay, everyone knows that one movie, Big Trouble in Little China. Ever hear of that character like David Lopan? No, I don't think that I should be thought of as David Lopan or whatever. But I say a Chinese girl's name in the song. So what I mean is like what it means is what I'll do is I'll help a girl with a Chinese last name. Okay, maybe I don't mean the very particular person that people would derive that I mean from it. I could mean like a few different people that I love. That'll help a girl with a Chinese last name. It's fine. Do I be not David Lopan? I don't think that I'm seen right, that I'm talk with right, that I'm a known person, that I do anything. Okay, so David Lopan in that movie, he had like a curse on him where he had to break his curse. The web says it's incorporeality. I was a kid when I saw it. I thought it was immortality. He was immortal or something. He couldn't be harmed. And so he was stuck the way that he was in a frozen state. No, that's taking place in San Francisco, where I lived for a long time. It's taking place in Chinatown in San Francisco. I was actually there a long time. So, to break this curse, Lopan had to marry a Chinese girl with green eyes, and then he was going to sacrifice her. Now, that's not what I'm not going to. I'm not going to sacrifice a girl or whatever. Don't worry about that. That's odd. That's really odd. But he had like all this help. He had all these guys. Like he had the Earth, Wind, and Fire guys that they would come down from the sky and they would fight. They like one guy would twirl forks and knives and stuff. And the one guy could send you lightning or whatever. Let's talk about the see in this I said a prophecy in the song. So I said a prophecy in the song because it was written like, obviously, there's a wait time between distributing and the song coming out, or writing, distributing, or writing and then waiting for the song to come out. The distribution is like about 4 weeks. It's a month usually. So the finished version, as far as writing it, the finished version that exists now was finished as of May 17th, because that's when my rough draft was recorded. So that was May. Now is July. So I had these words back in May, and so I said, ruling shooting senator, right? Well, we had this incident. It was just this past week where they had the angel mom. What is it? Sheridan Gorman's mom come on to a congressional hearing or whatever. I think that in this prophecy, Jamie Raskin, the Democrat House of Reps guy from Maryland, is the one being spoken of, is the one prophesied. because I didn't know what I was saying actually. So ruling shooting senator. Uh, Between him and Mike Lawler, yeah, Raskin wanted to overrule him on matters of procedure. And it's about having, I think possibly Lawler wanted to bring them on sooner or have this woman heard sooner. I can play what this sounded like or whatever. Okay, the shooting, ruling shooting, the shooting component is that it was a shooting, and the implication is that these Congress people that side that way, they're indirectly shooting people. Okay, here it is.
Chairman without Sheridan Gorman and Lincoln Riley and every Asian family in this country. And I do feel that outrage. You do not. Do you? Because if you did, do you feel support? Do you feel the outrage about Alice Brady when they do it? You should be ashamed. You don't belong in this community. You should get the hell out of here. You don't understand the rules of the community. You don't understand the Constitution. Mr. Raskin. Mr. Raskin. You're full of disgrace. According to sanctuary. Say one word about it. Say one word about Alice Brady. I did. I wrote a whole New York Times op-ed about it. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for national sanctuary policies that resulted in their daughter's death.
Okay. So, yeah. So. Okay. So that's what that is. It's getting a little political, but let's talk about. Oh no. There's another one from another prophecy from before that was like that's involved. You could say it's also the Western Wizard. I was telling someone recently, like, about this whole thing about the stanza that I wrote before. Western wizards smoke a seed. The Western wizards smoke a seed, but the underling race has no need to alter the force of the nefarious creed Leviathan himself has uttered. So, what if the Western wizard is just one wizard, and he only smoked one seed or whatever? So I think maybe like if Mike Lawler is the Western wizard. To smoke a seed means he didn't smoke a whole lot or whatever. He smoked a seed amount of something. Maybe he had secondhand pot smoke or something. He smoked a seed worth, a very small amount, basically. Western wizards smoke a seed, then the underling race has no need to alter the force of the nefarious creed Leviathan himself has uttered. So basically, the other guy Raskin wanted to follow procedure, which is to follow Leviathan's orders. We can't alter the force of the creed Leviathan has uttered. Okay, get it now? Okay, so yeah, the other thing is the song sounds a little like Nirvana, Cobain. I was visited by Kurt Cobain's ghost, in the writing process. I had trouble with the pre-chorus. I was having a problem because I get too complicated. So. The original like rough draft, it was talking about my friend Mitch. And as long as my friend is still alive, with my brother still breathing, I should have a care. It said, or I said, love can take you anywhere. With my brother breathing, I should have a care. Okay, and so Cobain, he comes to me like when I'm half awake, and he's talking about if that were my song, I would do it this way. He's trying to show me how he would do it. It's a little more repetitive and like he seemed to think he was doctoring people. That's why he always wore the white lab coat and stuff on stage. But so Cobain wanted it more repetitive like that. So yeah, that was I think so. In some of the rough drafts I didn't hear, you can hear a ghost whistling, so that could be real. It could be real people. So, okay, my notes. Oh, and I have Courtney too. Just says he had his Courtney. I have my own Courtney. She's my soulmate. It's Courtney, the person that I love. She's a really good lover. So. One more thing, just wanted to talk quickly about the dirty sound or whatever of it. It's a fixable. The thing about it in the mix is that that's fixable by me, but it's not wanted by me to actually fix it much. It's supposed to sound that way. because we're being terrorized by the left and I feel infringed on, or infringed on, like driven recklessly toward, etc. We're being like terrorized. So it's to sound shaken up and like very, very like upset over it, more or less shaken up, you know, or if you can imagine a captain and crew like being constantly besieged by a sea monster, they're all shaken up and they're all terrorized. That's what it's supposed to sound like. But I point out that there's other things, other products on the marketplace that have a dirty essence. Like there's dirty drinks, like you have dirty soda, or like they have now the Mike's Hard Lemonade that's dirty, or dirty Mike's Hard Lemonade. Ugh, talking too fast. Dirty Mike's Hard Lemonade. So those kind of drinks, you know, are in the market, basically. But with these, you know, frame of reference ideas, I push the mix a little outside of like what people normally like hear. So that's another thing. It's a frame of reference like issue. So, and there's references to friends in it. It's all personal like anecdotes. But our friends in life, they guide our love life, and they're supposed to be there for you, to help guide your love life and point things out to you. Like if they think that you're being not the best guy to somebody, or they think you're ignoring chances, they're supposed to be there to help like you see things clearly. I don't mean like help you by tossing you in the dumpster. I mean help you by just saying a word or two. Don't come to me with a gun or something. Okay, it's not needed. Seriously, whatever. Okay, so that's on digital, and that's on digital now. It's on everything. And tonight, running the premiere here on YouTube, so it's gonna be good. Thanks for listening. Now, how do you even push pause? You're done. Or say you're done here. Oops. Folks, I don't even know how to end this because the control isn't obvious. So maybe I should put this at a lower percentage. Oops. Oh, there it is, end stream. Okay.